Hey y'all, it's Mamaw. Welcome to my porch. You know, here the taco has done all these great things, and if we had just listened to him, we would have gotten bin Laden back in the 1990s. If we had just listened to him, we wouldn't be in the situation we are now. There'd have been no war in Ukraine. There would have been no war in Israel. And yet he and he alone has stopped 8 wars and couldn't even get that Nobel Prize. Well, it's time we stop being on the tacos case. So as I did a few months ago, once again, I want to thank Taco for a few things because I just don't think that he's appreciated enough. So, Taco, thank you for the 15 days already of this government shutdown to where we're not getting our services that we have so come accustomed to. And I really want to thank you for not shoring up the Affordable Care Act tax credits because we have all been looking forward to our health care premiums skyrocketing, especially those of us on a fixed income. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for the entertainment of making Blondie Pam Bondi the protector of pedophiles your attorney general. Why I haven't been so entertained? Since I was watching paint dry when we redid our room the last month. So thank you, Taco. I want to really thank you for sending the unpaid National Guardsmen into peaceful democratic cities. I know those National Guardsmen love having their lives disrupted and now not being paid and sleeping on floors because they hadn't really made plans for it and doing all the gardening work for there in D.C. and picking up trash everywhere. I know they really appreciate that, and I do too. So thank you, Taco. And thank you for making Petey Pie Hegseth over the Department of, what is that called, War? Why, it was nothing like watching him chastise our generals and flag officers and senior NCOs and telling them before the world that they weren't the manly specimens that he and you are. Why, they need to man up and look just like you, Taco. And thank you for dismantling our education system. I'm getting tired of teaching them damn kids to read anyway. To heck with them. All they can do is go along, pick up coal along the way, and maybe go work at a pie contest and that kind of thing. They don't need an education. What the hell's going on here? And doing away with special education, well, we got all them babies, and you're going to give us somebody to take care of them. Probably those unemployed people that didn't get an education. That's what's going to happen there, Taco. So thank you for all that. And dismantling sending our kids to college because that's also where the student loans are. Well, we didn't need all that. And thank you, thank you, thank you for the 1 million plus layoffs nationwide now. Yeah, just really growing the economy. And you also made the stock market crash earlier this week. There is nothing like knowing that your 401k is gone and you haven't got a lot of years left to build it back up. And I'm telling you, those people that got laid off appreciate it. They want some time off. And from our farmers, they wanted to especially thank you since they supported you. In the majority, they supported you. And you got rid of their primary soybean customer, and that was China. And now we've got all this food. Literally, they're piling up in the fields because all the silos are full and places aren't taking it to buy because we've had such a bountiful season. And you did away with USAID, and then you did away with SNAP benefits, and you did away with other agricultural programs. Why, shoot, we didn't need that food. Let the people starve. They don't care. We're all too overweight anyway. And our farmers especially want to thank you while we're all waiting for lower health care prices and all that, that you found it in your heart and soul to find $20 billion to give to Argentina. First of all, we didn't want your friends to be in trouble for where they invested in Argentina. Well, that'd be terrible if they didn't get their money back. And now Argentina picked up the phone and called China and said, guess what? We'll supply the soybeans with no tariffs and we'll be your supplier. And China said, well, that'd be great. So now we know we've lost them customers for good. And I know the farmers are grateful for that. So thank you for that too. And I really, personally, want to thank you for putting the Gravy Seals to work. You know, the guys from January 6th. And I did want to clear a little thing up. You mistakenly said that Joe Biden had salted January 6th with the FBI and all that. Sir, that was you. You were the president then. But I won't tell anybody. We won't let anybody know that you were the president and you were the one who didn't call in the National Guard or call the people off. And if anybody salted anybody in there, it was you. But we won't tell them, so it's just between me and you. But anyway, there is nothing like turning on the TV when I get up in the morning at 5:45 and seeing that the night before that the Gravy Seals have assaulted yet another elderly veteran and took his walker away and zippy-tied him, made him think he's back in the combat zone, or watching a priest give a prayer and getting shot in the head with one of your canisters. Why, they a daggone priest. What kind of Christians are they anyway out there praying for people? We don't do that. We want to take away from people. We don't want to help people. That's not Christian life. It's taken away from them. You know, only white people can be Christians. Oh, that priest was white. In fact, he was red-headed, blue-eyed, and white. Oh, well, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. But we do enjoy the entertainment of watching your Gravy Seals beat the crap out of people who aren't even immigrants now. They're legal citizens or here legally. In fact, most of the immigrants are innocent people. They haven't broken the law like you promised, but that's okay. At least they're not getting blown up in them boats from Venezuela. But I'm not even going to talk about that this week. And finally, I want to thank you for protecting all of those pedophiles out there. Well, those poor guys out there, and some women, I mean, who's going to protect them? You got the Gravy Seals tied up, you know, going after priests and all, and you just got this whole list of pedophiles. And my God, if we release them Epstein files, they might lose their job in Congress and your administration and maybe even you. Oh, we can't have that. I do want to know, though, what happened if you really were in them pictures with them half-naked girls, like Senator Whitehouse said, or maybe the $50,000 Tom Holman took was to pay Ghislaine Maxwell to be quiet, and that's why we're not going to talk about where that $50,000 in a brown paper bag went. Just gotta love Blondie Pam Bondi, the protector of pedophiles. What a good choice that was. So, Taco, there you have it. That's Mamaw's Thank You of the Week, and I really, really hope you continue to entertain us, because it's just, you know, wonderful that we're just out here without food and without health care and watching jobs go by and things getting tough. And here in harvest season in the heartland, we're seeing them just kind of let the crops stay in the field. That's great. That's really good entertainment. Thank you, sir. So, love y'all. Stay salty. Use your outside voices. And we're going to see you on King's Day Saturday so we can show the Taco we have had enough of his shit. Bye-bye.